Welcome back to Stavanger in Norway, located on the southwest coast of the Scandinavian country, just off the North Sea, and the fourth largest town in Norway. I've seen some pictures of the old town, but we're in the SWE-NOR arena.
And Russia.
That looks like Agel Ramsfjell walking outside the building there. Anyway, we're live for the women's draw 6. Sweden currently struggling along on 3 wins and 2 losses against the home nation of Norway, who are fighting for their lives in the A division. That's Margareta Sigurdsson closest in the shot there. And of course we have 4 other games going on elsewhere in this massive complex here in Stavanger. We have both the A group and the B group curling underneath the same roof for the first time. And here are our teams. Sweden skip Margareta Sigurdsson throwing lead stones. Second, Maria Wennerstrom. Third, Christina Bertrup. And fourth player, Maria Prutz. Their opposition, the Norwegians, Julie SWE-NOR throwing lead. Camilla Holt at second. Third, Annalena Skarsmoen.
Hello.
And skip, Mariana Rurvik. And this is how they all stack up after 5 draws. Scotland and Switzerland still both undefeated this week. Russia and Sweden in 3rd and 4th on 3 wins. And then we have 3 teams, including the Czech Republic, on 2 wins and 3 losses. Still have faint hopes of making the playoffs. And elsewhere in the SWE-NOR arena this afternoon, Latvia, Denmark on sheet A, Italy and Scotland on sheet B, Czech Republic and Switzerland on sheet D, and Germany and Russia on sheet E. So here's SWE-NOR getting us underway in this 6-round matchup. My name's Logan Gray and I'm joined once again by Kenneth Edwards, curling expert, to guide us through this women's 6th draw. Sweden will be playing the red stones and they will have last stone in the first end, while Norway will be throwing the yellow stones.
Yeah, thanks Logan. It's quite an interesting game, this. Sweden not been at their best so far. You've seen that throughout their play. Just struggling to have a bit of confidence more than anything.
Well, they certainly had opportunities last night, this Norwegian team against Germany. Just couldn't quite grasp them. Very much stuck with them. Every time they gave up 2, they bounced back well with their own deuces of their own. But when it came down to the crunch, just couldn't quite make the key shots. So I'd say they're playing against a stronger team in this Sweden side. And they really need to raise their level from last night if they want to chalk up a win here, I would say.
Yeah, so do have a corner guard in play. Sweden with last stone advantage. A little surprised at them throwing the corner guard, purely because haven't tried to throw the down guards and less them down in a game. They just try and keep less stone advantage. And I think they'd be happy winning a game 1-0. They don't go out there and try and make a score of 2 unless they really need to.
Camilla Holt, long-term lead for Dordy Nordby, playing her first international championship at 2nd position. It's her first international appearance since 2006. So Holt doesn't manage to get that corner guard off, and Wennerstrom with a chance to come around. I think the main struggle for the Swedes so far this week has been the surprising lack of confidence shown by Christina Bertrup this week. She's really struggled to perform as we fully expect her to at this level, proven time and time again since the European Championships in Chambéry in 2010. I think Camilla Holt was not trying to play that shot that way. Overcurls by a country mile and raises the guard onto the shot stone.
Yeah, you're going to be a little annoyed with that one. But that's the kind of team that Norway are. Just a little bit unorthodox. That's Maria Wennerstrom, who once again has that bandaged wrist. I think that's just to prevent the dump of the in-turn. Something that's hampered our play over the past couple of seasons.
Well, Kenny, you know a thing or two about dumps and interns.
Yeah, certainly. I've seen you do it plenty of times, Logan.
Oh, it's all about putting the brush in the right spot, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the brush is only a guide. And we've seen there that it is only a guide because I don't think it's anywhere near where they were going for. So Sweden with a great opportunity, split the house if they play a nose hit, but they're just going to like to freeze up against us. Norway are really going to find it hard to get back at the Swedish side if they go down 2 or 3 early on in this game.
Den stannar precis. Det är bra känsla. 55. Ja, 45 hade jag. Ja, just det, jag hade 50. Ja. 52. Ja, det är bra.
So it does make a nice drop against the edge of that yellow. But Sweden doing the right thing. Erroring on the professional side. But wow, not a great end for Norway so far.
I don't think they've played a 100% shot yet, Kenny. 6 stones played, and none of them are that difficult, must be said. So now Sweden can start to spread their seeds around a little bit here and perhaps reap the fruits of their labour with a big first end.
Yeah, so I think What have they called this one? Back of the 4-foot, Logan?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to throw one to the back 8, the circle, back 8 even. So I've still got bits of Danish pastry in my mouth from lunch.
Yeah, I think with this one, Logan, I probably would, because it's the first end, I would go just in on top of one of the reds. Or the red out wide, not back of tee here. Because it leaves the hit and roll off the wide one to the centre line. You may end up sticking it on the back red. Norway will get the chance to get out of trouble.
Oh, that's a pretty good shot to lie 3 there. And puts a lot of pressure on Marianne Rørvik to play a really good reply here.
Den siste så var 12-5 som vanlig.
Ja, den første var litt hard.
Ja, ja, bitte lite.
Yeah, so Marianne Rørvik for Norway. Trying to hit and check across.
Kant til kant med 90, eller? Ja. Lycka på den här, eller? Överläkta. Med gott bakväg, ja. Ja, precis. Lite grann. Lite? 90. I alla fall insida träff. Så är det 90? Ja. Yes.
So Sweden, I think they'll just play the nose hit in this. Do you think, Logan?
Yeah, absolutely. They won't want to roll too far, but important that they do stick in short position with this one. Maria Prytz throwing 4th stones for Sweden.
Spel, Maria. Bra, Magan. Bra spel, Maria. 80.
Well, Norway maybe only lying 2 against.
Skal jeg prøve litt tynn, eller prøve å dytte den bort?
Da vil du jo dytte på den, da.
Slå rulle.
Ja, jeg vil ha tatt sånn. Samme som i stad?
Ja. Det var ikke mye som manglet der. Dobbelen da går bare den røde i vår gul.
Ok, ja.
Så det er på en måte ikke noe. Slå og rulle helt borti.
Ja.
Så ruller jeg skråfri, så hadde det vært kjempegøy. Men, ja. Vi tror vår gule er bedre enn den røde i bakkant der.
Ok,
så vi må
greit.
ligge igjen i huset på 80-fot og med den her da.
Ja.
Ja.
From nothing here in the first end, Norway could be facing
12-5!
3 stones.
12-5!
Ja! Ja! Kjøler!
Ja, jeg ser det. Kom igjen da!
What's this one done?
Oi!
Catches
Sitt da.
the red,
Okay.
but rolls out of play. And I think
Bra spilt.
that will be a nose hit for 3.
Jeg begynte å koste litt før, for jeg så den pusset opp litt.
So disastrous start for Norway.
Eller 80, eller? Skulle vilja det. Slog väl mycket här på träningen. Ja. Knappt då. 80 eller 90? 80. Det var förra.
You see
Var förra 80? Yes.
this one just catching around half stone.
Lite pass på om det är åtbrutet där då. Ja, men hålla utsidan. Så.
Yeah, and it's just an open nose hit now to score a triple here in the first end.
Clearing! Clearing! Clearing!
Yeah, that'd be a great start.
Kalla lite till då. Hårt. Kom Maria. Fint. Fint. Härligt. Kom Magan. Bra. 65. 67. Ja.
So it is a 3.
Bra. Härligt tjejer. Spel.
Norway backs against the wall before the game has really got going.
När den kom fram. Nej. Rätt marginal. Bra spelare. Ja, vad skönt.
Det behövs. Man försöker hålla lite med det.
Härligt. Fint.
Jag får spilla. Ja, överallt. Det är så det är morsomt.
Ja, det är bra.
Underway in the second end, Sweden 3-0 and
Wennerström, bra fart,
in control. Norway will need to
sitt nu då.
really
Helt fyra.
gather themselves together.
Ligger lite bredvid. Lite fyra. Bra Magan. Bra fint spel det där. Ja, Nina, vad kom.
So Norway will look to throw up the corner guards.
Fin fart. Bra. 70.
Ja. Visst har jag fått lite mindre nu? Ja, lite. Du kan få lite mindre.
Ja, kändes som det gled.
Ja. 75. Ja, 70-75.
Ganska bromsad den där.
Den som haken nära.
Haken!
Jag tror Wennerström. Haken!
Ganska nära.
Ja, den är nära.
Om ni kan.
Haken är nära. Nära till.
Om ni kan.
Risk in. Nu kan vi gå.
Ja! Ja!
Nej, nej. Nästan risk. Bra skip Maria, fint. Bra Magan. Bra 70-75, snyggt. Bra spel.
Den är lite bromsad.
80. 75.
Nei.
Nej, jeg koster ikke jo.
Hvor lang er den?
10 pluss. Bakom.
Hvor lang går det?
So this one from Norway just slipping past. So it's just not happening for this side at the moment.
Jeg fikk 65.
Ja. Hårt! Stenhårt. Hårt jobbat! Stenhårt! Nej. Okej.
So nose in the corner guard, so not completely a disaster for Norway.
Den har vært fin da.
Lang, men... Bare vanlig. Ja. Den är fin. Bra spalt.
Bra.
Fikk vi corner då.
Ja, den var kjempefin.
Der var Marianne litt tøff.
Det går inte. Lite för långt fram. Okej.
Är med på det här eller? Ja, då tycker jag att vi kan vicka center i så fall. Ja. Det är bra. Gör den. Jag tycker det är bra. Ja, annars vicka center. Ja,
i marginalen vicka center.
Ja, det är bra. Precis.
So,
Ja.
only 2 corner guards in play. Norway
10.
not even setting shot.
10! Ja! Nej! Ja! Nina!
Hits and checks in
spelat.
behind the corner.
Framagen. Bra. Snyggt. Härligt.
Quite superb
Maria.
start for
Bra spel! Framagen!
Sweden.
70 tror jag på match. 70.
Yeah, and this is exactly the kind of game that they like to play, is to get up, have an early lead, and then just run the game home. So they have opened up the corner guard here.
Nej! 19! Plus! Nej! Bremse nå! Häng kanskje.
Bara la den gå där.
Nej da, bremse. Bakåt. Ja, den bremser.
Bra.
Bra.
Jag bromsar lite.
Jag har inget. Minus utom då. Ja. Jag har önskat minus där, men jag tror det borde gå.
So just indicating that Sweden are setting shots. I think that's why they're not going to drive the guard back. I think they're just going to come around it. Halfway.
Men 10! Ja! 10! Hårt!
Just trying to sneak one past the guard here.
Båda!
Again, a mistake here from Bertrup.
Kör Maria.
Chips the guard. And here's Eve Muirhead making another terrific start. Already line 4, and just like yesterday against the Czech Republic, drawing anywhere in the house for 5.
Line 6!
Italy on 1 win and 4 losses. Scotland a perfect 5-0.
Sneaks past the guard easily. And a great start for Scotland. God, I think the game's over before it started in that one.
Yeah, but we saw yesterday it's a long time to defend a lead for, and Eve had to actually make her last shot to win yesterday against the Czech Republic. She mentioned to me it's difficult playing against teams that have got absolutely nothing to lose against them. It feels like they've got a bit of a target on their back as the reigning world champions, but making pretty easy work of it so far. Looking good for going 6-0 already.
Ja! Nej! Rätt fart!
Bra. Olin, Framagen.
Jag ska byta lite på igen här.
Ja.
Perfekt!
Ja. Jag tar till andra omgången innan jag måste ta med jackan.
So it looks like they're going after the double takeout here. Could be an option just to hit the one on the other side of the forefoot and leave their 2 yellows well separated. And this is a danger. Just rolled the yellows together, but they are frozen, and the angle to strike them both out is not available because of that redstone at the front of the house.
Få bort den liksom är
It's ended up in a good spot, Logan, so great chance for
Perfekt för en dubbel så.
Norway maybe to get a 2 back here.
Det är lite lång väg ut. Jag vet inte om det fastnar i någon röd. Rätt där är det ju max 2 liksom. Ihop.
backa in och ligga så eller?
Ja.
Ja.
90.
Noll! 95!
95.
Vänta
So
lite!
Maria Pritz trying to probably just head on the nose of this.
Nej! Nej! Räcker!
Erroring on the safe side. Oh, that's a great shot.
Bra skip, Magan. Härligt, Maria.
Det var slåss då.
Ja, snyggt spel.
Ja, 95. Bra fart.
Her har jeg fått så mye over linja, jeg da.
Sånn, ja, det tror jeg er bra. For det kom jo jevnt. Det var ikke noe sånn,
Der er det 30 på
selv om den var trang.
Han var litt mer aktiv.
Den var 20 eller noe sånt.
Ja.
Vant?
Ja. Liksom det køler bra der, altså,
So,
men jeg vil ikke
I
ha
think
mer på mine.
they're just going to try the same again. Logan, just try and nudge the red through and check over onto the yellow.
Må rulle mot den andre, da.
Ja.
Der, ellers så ligger liksom bare dommeren der. Så det har ikke vært det. Jeg tror han vant 15.
So Norvik for Norway.
Ja, ren! Ren! Nei!
In front of our home fans, trying to conjure up a 2 here in the second end. Just doesn't quite
Bra spilt. Fin fart, men
get the correct angle.
Sorry. Skulle ikke sluppet den opp der.
Nei, skal bare ta
Jeg prøvde iherdig å rope nei.
Ja, han skulle bare holdt den med.
På turneringen, men inte supermycket. Du såg ju nollan.
Yeah, super chance to clear both of these
Men det
yellow
känns som
stones here.
det där borde räcka,
Just a half
va?
stone contact on that top yellow will spring both of them from play.
Alltså normalt. 2,5. 2,5. Jag tänkte tidernas lättaste dubbel, men tycker det är värt ett försök i alla fall. Den känns som en lurevick också.
Nei. Vi skal være på uti der, har vi ikke slått i det hele tatt. Prøver meg på en vant og sånn, ha stein i seg eller noe sånt, kanskje?
Ja.
So Maria Pritz, a bit shaking Stevens there with the handle there. Not the most positive release, but line looks pretty good and executed superb.
They just smashed them right out of here, and Mariana Rurvik, opportunity lost, will be required to make a hit and stick for one here in the second end. Currently already trailing Switzerland by 3 shots to 0. That was a twitchy wee number on the release, Kenny, but got it away safely.
Yeah, I think SWE-NOR struggled this week so far, just maybe lacking a little bit of confidence, but got off to a great start here.
Running a little bit high. Will it stick around to score a shot? It certainly will. 1 yellow and 1 for Norway. 2 ends played here in this draw 6 in the Women's 2013 European Curling Championships. And Sweden leading Norway by 3 shots to 1.
Nå er det femte gang. Veldig spennende.
Men den første der er en nære.
Håller vi? Vi får vara med lite på att man kan spela upp sig lite. Ja, men om vi spelar så här så...
Absolut. Hålla mitten öppen är det ju. Inte chans att lämna. Vi ska inte deffa ihjäl oss, vi behöver ju ändå hålla spelet.
Ja. Härligt tjejer. Bra. Det är de som är enkelt.
Jeg har kommet hardt, altså jeg måtte slenge ned kneet.
Ja.
Jeg følte min var... Din var 70 et eller annet, ja. Så har jo jeg cirka det samme.
So, as we take a look at the Sumark Arena here in Stavanger, Norway trailing 3-1 after 2 ends. Really is going to be hard for Marianne Rorvik to get back into this game. Seen Sweden in this position so many times before. 2 shots up with the hammer. Very rarely would lose a game from this position.
It really is their strength, running the game home. So Julie Sherr-Molinar is going to have to get her guards out in front of the house, using the free guard zone. Can't afford to be drifting into the house at this level when you're 2 shots behind.
Jag behöver curla. Men nu. Nina! Försiktigt va? Ja, kanske det.
Yeah, so straightforward for Sweden. They're just going to take the stones out of play.
Well, I'm a bit surprised at this call, trailing by 2, choosing to play a takeout in the house. Maybe feel like it's early enough in the game that they can just run this one through and try again with the free guard zone in the next end.
Ja, väldigt bra hopp. Den hoppade du så
Men jag vet inte.
Tycker det är bra. Kan vi nolla den här kan vi väl...
Ska vi spela in? Ja.
Där var den 50 ungefär Ninas.
Också ganska själva.
Som mitade till sist.
Spela 50 då,
55.
So do you think Sweden will throw this one just in the house, or will they call the corner guard this time, Logan?
I think they'll be quite content just to go into the house, Kenny. They don't really want to push the button, and if they're controlling the scoreboard, they'll be quite happy to blank the third end and take hammer into the fourth. It's really Norway that needs to make the move at the moment, take some risk and get some guards up.
Lössliden tillbaka. Ja, okej. Titta inte så mycket på kroppskaparen här.
So here's Camilla Holt. And this is a complete miss. We saw her miss an intern way tight in the first end and getting away with it. Not so lucky this time, and this could be an absolute gift for Sweden.
Yeah, you can't afford to make those basic mistakes here at the Europeans. Not be surprised to see Norway back down in the B division next season. So we're so used to seeing Lynn Githmark representing Norway here at the Europeans, and always does put up a good fight.
Lite längre bara. Bra. Bra Maria. Bra. 65.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember a couple of years ago we were making a good push for the playoff stages and just coming up a win short in the end. Well, change of tactics here from Marianne Rorvik, choosing to get Camilla Holt to play the other handle in hope of a better result. Looks like we've got contact this time. Just. It's an elusive stone, that one.
Ja, jag ville egentligen gå samma väg.
Det där är min is.
Ungefär samma.
Hon är ens lite här på träning så står vi spikrakt. Kör positiv. 60.
Yeah, so Sweden will just try and keep a good separation between the
Den är på 10, lite
two reds.
På 10. Lite till bara. Fint!
Bra, bra skött hörni.
Ja, bra.
Bra spel, bra koll. Härligt.
Ja, bra.
Make the hit and roll to the other side of the centre line, which is a good spot. If they can get a nose hit, they might be able to play a freeze. So we are going to take a look over on sheet E. Germany playing Russia. Germany right back in the mix after losing their opening 3 games. Russia losing their opening 2 games, but reeling off 3 straight wins. Andrea Schopp for Germany. Looking to play the takeout. And just clicks the yellow and gives up a steal of 2. So 3-0 over on sheet E.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of missed takeouts this afternoon. Don't think it'll be down to the ice conditions too much. We're getting well onto the week, and I'm sure the ice makers will have things pretty much as they would hoped by now. So here's Scarsmore. We saw her be a little bit wide here in the first end. Similar again this time.
Yeah, so now do you play the hit or do you just draw up against it? I think you just probably play the hit.
Yeah, it does seem like an unnecessary risk. As I said before, blanking the third end is definitely not a bad thing. Obviously they prefer to score 2, but they can play the hit and stick and still require Norway to play a good double to stop them giving up a 2. A nice shot there from Bertrup.
Det är bra. Det är som att man hade
Träffpunkt.
chansen
Ja,
att
12 är bra på det. Ja. Man verkar gott av det. Ja, helt enig.
So, is the call just the freeze on this one in the 4 foot? Or are they going to play the take? Oh, certainly not play the freeze with that big extension.
Nej, ingenting.
Just noses that one.
Ska vi gå så hårt? Ja. Okej, men vi såg oss en pausen nu.
Jag trodde vi skulle spela samma back även sin jacka hade gått där.
Inte så jättekul. Du kan vicka lite in så blir den ändå lite svårare.
Ja,
bara
precis.
pyttelite. Men chappen är bra.
Ja, Ninas var 90.
Ja, spela det.
För en liten vick in så är det en ganska svår dubbel.
Ja.
Som i en sten typ.
Ja.
Undset.
Yes.
En halvsten i alla fall.
Ja. 90.
90. Ninas var 90 va?
Ja, jag hade prick det.
We'll probably look to get a little inside roll on this one. We'd like to get the angles off. Hits and checks to the 8 foot.
Ja, det är inte lätt. Det är utsida bara.
Bra, nej inte det. Bra så. Det är bra.
Ja, med oss.
I think the only call you have now is
men tar du
Play the hit and roll on top of it.
sånn i Stavanger? Det er kanskje ikke så lett.
Vi spilte nå en vant da.
So
Kanskje gir vi bort 2? Nei, det var 3.
I think they're actually electing to play the out-turn take out and roll in behind the red.
Vi prøver.
So Sweden looking like they're going to take a 2 here in the third.
Vant, ja. Du hadde fin vant oppover her i sted.
Ja.
Den var 30.
Den siste?
Ja, den siste var veldig god.
Ja, jeg regner med at de køler litt der inne.
Litt rolig, Hans! Nei, vann! Ren! Fy fart!
Løs!
Nei! Løs, ja! Nei! Jeg tror jeg må koste.
And just doesn't catch enough off the red, rolls out of play, and it's going to be a free draw for Sweden to extend their lead to 4.
Yeah, just anywhere in the paint will be good enough here for Maria Prytz.
Vi pratar om 65 också. 65-70.
Nina drog
Jag
i
drog i
bakkant.
den bak
Jag
12.
hade 60 på som gick precis för långt här bak 12.
65-70 pratade vi om, så det är rätt. Kör det du.
So final stone of the third end for Maria Prytz. Just looking for a piece of the paint.
60. Ja, det var
Eka lite. När det är risk.
Den är fin.
Jag tycker det är risk.
Det är fin fart.
Risk
Den
ut.
sitter Bo.
Hoppas det är rätt.
Ja. Den sitter på 10. Bak 4.
Bra. Den sitter.
Bra Maria.
Ja, Maria.
Inte där. Härligt.
And
Bra så.
easily done.
Härligt.
Bra spel.
It is 5-1 in Sweden's favour. So quite uneventful
Bra in så.
start to this game. Just a whole bunch of errors from Team Norway have contributed to their own undoing.
Yeah, well, that's it. Absolutely it, Kenny. They just Norway just have missed some really simple shots. Sweden haven't had to take any risk. They've just put the stones in the house, and Norway have missed them. It's been a really poor first 3 ends from Norway.
Kontroll. Kan de dra en 4? 8. 4. Ja, 4.
Jag kom på att vi hade 65 här.
Ja, den är...
Den är 4. Lite 4.
Och lite längre in än de andra.
So Sweden just put this one top of the 4. They've
Snyggt.
done enough.
Alltså, jag var ganska lugn. Jag fick 70 rakt sen, men han hade inte 60.
Norway will now need to chase the game. So looking for the corner guard.
Jeg kan prøve litt mindre i stemmen.
80.
80 bra. Yes.
So Margareta
78.
Sigridsson
Som 8.
for tournament is shooting 82%.
Tror det är 12. Kanske nära.
Den är inne på 12.
Linjen är perfekt.
Lite 8.
Nästan 8.
Full 8.
Bra där.
Det är helt okej, Magan. Jag tycker det är rätt marginal.
Gets that one right in the 8 foot. And
Det är nog jag menar vi må dyka. Okej.
I think this is what they've got to do. They've got to throw another corner guard and hope for a mistake.
Jag hade 85. Jag har väldigt lägre träning eller? 2, 3.
So just like these Yellowstones level, around 4 feet, 5 feet separation would be perfect.
Vad sa du?
Drifts a little bit far.
Jag försökte. Jag hade 85. Där nästan.
Vad var det? 90. Ja.
So again, Sweden are just going to keep the play in the house and not worry too much about what's going on elsewhere. Some really good setup play by Sigfridsson in this end. Well, the play goes towards that corner guard. So Norway are just going to try and move these around a little bit.
Vilken fart?
Nej, det var ju bara bakkant hack då.
Okej. Hack.
Hack för att 30 mål.
Hack 40.
Now, Norway, another Hoth trying to make a play at the Reds in the house. Just pushes one of them through and rolls to the centre line.
Då inte vicka av eller? Det var lite hårt. Precis särna. Det går inte. Nej.
Den var på väg.
Inte bra, annars har de ju en vick
Den
in.
ligger bra där. Jag tycker att den här är bra.
Ja, annars har de ju vick in också, så jag tycker det är bra.
Yes. Det är ganska rak hand, men jag tycker vi spelar 90 ändå.
Welcome Holt did the important thing in sticking her shooter around there.
Ja, lite plus hade jag.
Something she's not been able to do in the first few ends. And here's Wennerstrom just going to peel this one out really.
Sätt fart!
Ja! Hårt! Hårt!
Just moves the yellow out,
Bra där.
keeps the red at the back ring.
Bra Maria.
I think playing the hit on this top one's probably not the call. I think you're going to have to come around it or come around the corner would be the way of trying to manufacture a 2 here.
Yeah, absolutely. You either come around the one in the 12 foot and it probably makes Sweden play a takeout on their own red. Maybe they peel it off and then you can go around the corner guard. Or you go around the corner guard first and just risk leaving this one kicking around the centre. So maybe not quite aggressive considering it's a 4-shot game at the moment.
Yeah, so over on sheet 8, Latvia, Denmark, real tight affair. Lena Nielsen having to draw with her last, trying to pick up the single. See, she's drawing against 4 Latvian counters. And Super's going really hard on this one. Just don't do enough. And it will be a 1 for Latvia. And I don't know what Christina Bertrup was thinking there. You really need to err on the professional side.
Yeah, that's just a horrible shot. And all of a sudden, once again, it's just a comedy of errors really so far. Once again, without doing anything special, one of the teams has a great opportunity to put a multiple score on the board.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the draw around here, Logan. Do you think? Maybe not freeze the back red?
Oh, it's really difficult to freeze that back red, I think, Kenny, just because of where the guard is, but it depends if they're lying 2 or 3. If they're only, sorry, if they're lying 1 or 2. If they're only lying 1, then it could well be worth just hitting that back red and spread the stones out a bit. But there's absolutely no points for wrecking the guards here. That's really poor play from Annalena Skarsmoen.
Kanskje litt, som jeg hadde fått den på 4, liksom. Men ikke noe særlig lenger. 75 hadde jeg.
Ja, jeg må jo være med i kjøpet.
Du så jo, ja.
Ja! Hej! 0! Hej! Rätt fart! Kalla! Kalla! Men nu bryts! Allt avbryts! Kör!
So, nice head and roll in behind. And the opportunity that Norway did have has now passed them by.
Eventuelt.
Yeah, and you know what, Kenny, if we go back a few shots here, we did question the call of Mariana Rorvik hitting that stone at the top of the house and leaving it on the centre line. And look what stones that blocking that red now. It's a bit of a shame, really. And now, from going in a position that you've got a chance to maybe even score 3 in the end, all of a sudden you're running for your life and just trying to open things up to score 1. So, although the strategy hasn't been great, it's more the shot execution that's letting the sides down at the moment.
Helt back. Oh, Tilla.
Det var en fin splitt. Den var fint satt.
Ja.
Den första.
Vad behöver vi då?
Du lär ju behöva lite
på
fart
60,
här.
men ja. Var väl inte riktigt här.
Vad var det i drag? Det är längre ut än 10 dragningar. Men
Det var 55-60.
I think Sweden just look to draw around this onto the tee line.
Långt ut.
tänker man kan leka lite 50. Alltså visst är vi lite utanför 10-dragning?
Ja, ganska mycket.
Ja.
Ska vi spela 50 då?
Spela 50?
Yeah, well, they're only lying. Sorry, they're already lying too, so they can hook one around the guards, and it's almost a free chance for them to put this game beyond doubt. Not too much risk at the moment. Here's Maria Prytz playing 76% for the week so far. Probably quite low by her standards. Passes the guard, would like to stay top of the tee line, but does not. But Christina Bertrup, I don't know what she just did there, but I think she maybe just hit the stone and or kicked it. It went a lot further than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, really, technically that should be taken off if it's a burnt stone.
Oh, maybe it's just my eyes deceiving me.
Here we see red passing the guard into the house.
She definitely just gave it a little kick there with her left foot.
Bizarre that aren't going to take it off.
Oh, actually, Kenny, I mean, it might be quite a useful stone for Norway. If they can make a freeze on there, then it could give them a chance to score too.
Yeah, so I think it would be coming at the end, Tom, the opposite hand to the red at the back of the four.
Well, coming this way, Kenny, you really need to overcurl that longest guard. You need to get a full stone out the other side to get it over to make that freeze on the centre line. If you come up anywhere short of that freeze, then you're just going to leave a very short raise on that red at the top of the forefoot to remove this stone. So think maybe coming down the intern could well be a better option.
Full 4. Ja, gjerne foran 10 da, hvis vi kan på retningen.
Ja.
Det noen 75 andre som har litt...
70-75.
So only 58%. So Marianne Rorvik in the tournament just struggled to really find her feet at this level.
Kom igjen, kjempelinje!
If they can get this one past though, it'll be really good.
Actually plays a really good shot here. But this was the problem coming that hand. She's played a fantastic draw there and it's just left a very easy shot to remove it and probably to put herself in even more trouble.
Yeah, for sure, Logan.
Something else that myself and Alison discussed last night was just the kind of tumble effect through a team when it comes to statistics and shot making, that you would expect it to go down from lead to skip because the third skip have the hardest shots in the team generally, with the most stones in play, the most complicated shots. But also when your team's not playing well, it just makes things really, really difficult. And I don't think Marianne is getting masses of support out there from a shot making perspective, which of course in turn has an impact on how difficult the shots are that she's playing.
Oj, oj, oj. Jobba ner då.
They made contact. They have.
Ja, det fint. Maria.
That red is buried right in behind.
Bra, Maria.
That's going nowhere.
So now it's the cold draw to the 1 foot circle to score 1. Really messy stuff here in draw 6.
Yeah, you've got to expect this is going to be a quick execution for Sweden. They have a big game this evening against the on-form team of Scotland.
Ja.
Jeg tror det går ganske mye rettere vei. Må bite av den lokket.
Ja.
Samme fart, eller det...
Samme fart.
Ja, samme fart. Jeg kan prøve å sette på bitte litt mer, altså. Det hele veien.
Ja.
Really tough draw here. And we've not seen many draws down this side.
Do have a little bit of backing. Problem with a little bit of backing is you sometimes throw a little bit much weight on it, just like this one. And you slip past, and it's going to be a steal of 2, 7-1 after 4 ends. Norwegians taking a bit of a thumping early on here.
Jag håper de ska bremsa nu.
Nej,
Eller foten. Jag tyckte du sa innan du sparkade jävla i den. Och så
Nej.
sparkade du till den sen.
Nej, jag gick fram, skulle börja sopa och så sparkade. Ja, det är faktiskt jättebra.
Sorry, jag ska vara på lite. Och sen, ja.
Jag trodde inte jag skulle ta på den sidan, oavsett.
Frågan är om vi...
har inte dragit något och så är det långa.
Prova det då. Ja, det har ju dragit men inte riktigt.
50 tror jag. Maria säger ändå 50.
Det är nog ganska ospelat. Ja, så måste köra. Bara fart. Ganska bra fart, ser bra ut. Jättefin linje.
So 7-1, Sweden lead Norway here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships from the SWE-NOR, sorry, arena here in Stavanger, Norway. I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by good friend Logan Gray.
This will be the first nice thing you've ever said about me, Kenny. Don't know if I trust you right now.
There's more that can be said for the curling out there.
Yeah, not the highest standard in this sixth draw. We expected to see Sweden win. They haven't even been that great either. It's just been a comedic display by Norway at times.
Yeah, really contributed to their own undoing.
Kanske lite tight, men jag tror vi klarar den där.
I think possibly not used to getting punished for their mistakes down in the B division. They're in the A division. There's actually 3 divisions now, which is great for world curling. A's, B's and C's. B division going on here in the SWE-NOR arena also.
Yeah, it's the first time we've really had the opportunity to have a look at the standard of the B group, and certainly seems to be rising. Even some of the nations that we don't know teams, any of the players in their teams, they look like they're starting to pull some good stuff together, starting to get a bit of a handle on the strategy that we're looking for, and some excellent shot execution. So yeah, really good to see. And there, it looks like with the introduction of the C group, that there isn't any easy games in the B group anymore. Slightly smaller field, but much less gap between the best teams and the worst teams in the B group. It really is quite a good watch. And again, it's just a huge compliment to this fantastic venue here in Stavanger. Just a massive facility with a speed skating track. And we also have 11 sheets of curling in here this week. We've got a few practice sheets lying around about where people can try curling. We've got a skating with some skating aid penguins kicking about where you can go in there. And a massive warm-up area for the players too. It's just a tremendous facility. And it's showcasing some great curling. Unfortunately, we're not seeing much of it this afternoon, but
yeah, this is a nice draw though. Gets in behind the red guard, but got a feel Sweden will just keep it simple. I think the shot would just be to pick it out or peel the guard, either or.
90! Ja!
Pritz and Bertrup going to town on this one. And you could hear the pitch going up from Sigfridsson there. Seems to get glass shatteringly high as the stone gets close to the guards. Don't know, do you think that would make you sweep harder, Kenny?
Certainly wouldn't make me sweep any harder. But we're going to take a look over on sheet B. Italy really getting squashed by Team Scotland. Scotland's Eve Muirhead really fired up for this one. Trying to extend that 6-shot advantage. And nicely done, and it will be a score of 3. They now lead 10-1. Will they make the 20-shot mark?
I hope not, Kenny. I think if they're getting kind of near that after 6 ends, then they might well just call it a day. They don't want to suffer that kind of embarrassment. I think the highest score I've seen this week was actually against Italy, and I think it was Germany beating them 14-2. So we don't want to see teams getting crushed that badly. It's not much more of a close score line in our featured game between Norway and Sweden. Centre ice, and Sweden just having a complete cakewalk at the moment, not getting any opposition really.
Så har de ju ändå ingen...
Eller alternativet dit.
Ja, kör det. Ja.
Gud, vilket kallt vatten.
Ja. Man får nästan ont i öronen när man dricker. Det är vilka att Maria Wennerström.
Ja, ganska långt.
Ja. De kan liksom inte, om de slår på egen får de aldrig någon dubbel eller något. Skönt att ligga en till.
Är det 90?
Jag vet inte.
90!
Eller ska
So
vi
just,
spela noll och lite mer is?
Probably going to hit and check to the wing with this. In fact, I'd probably like to hit and run. Don't want to hit and roll in behind the corner guard.
Vänta! 05! Kom med! Ja! Ja! Hårt! Jättehårt! Ja, fortsätt! Hårt, det där blir bra! Wennerström är med! Bra.
So it actually ends up in a bad spot, not a good spot. If she'd hung around in the back ring, it wouldn't have been too bad.
Yeah, Nina Bertrup's out turn, just over curling once more.
Ja. Du stiller 10 sekunder på.
Du har kommit till på det 60.
I'm not sure who's doing stats for this game, but they're certainly way off.
Okay, so Alia Scar's one trying for a bit more success in the end turn. She's been struggling on her out turn all day. This looks like a terrific little draw here. And a nice little bump back behind the T-line. Much better from the Norwegian third. And over on sheet A, we get our first look at Latvia and Denmark. Latvia on 1 win and 4 losses, played Denmark on 2 and 3. And this is Lena Nielsen, the Danish skip, trailing by 2 shots to 1.
Take your guard.
And it just looks like a draw for 2 here.
Guard, Emma.
Just needs to find the 4-foot circle. And she finds the backing to hold it. 4-2. And a score of 2 for Denmark. 4 ends played on sheet 8. Denmark 3, Latvia 2.
Mellanhake, hake, hake. Mellanhake, bryts, hake, bryts, ja. Mellanhake, hake, rent.
Sweden trying to throw a guard across the centre line to cover that yellow. And a good shot there by the Swedes. I think Marianne Rorvig just called a timeout.
Si det.
Han går lite sakta, han har så på det. Ja.
Spørsmålet nå liksom, vi ligger egentlig ganske fint, så egentlig burde vi kanskje fjerne gardene.
Yeah, I think they need more than a timeout at this stage of the game. Trail by 6.
Men vi ikke kan få noe inn cellene da.
Men går det an å dra andre veien da?
Ja, vi kan godt dra shotten inn der. Men vi får på en måte ikke noe mer ut av det. Det blir veldig tight. Og så det er sikkert en film
for deg her over min til
og
siste.
så er det liksom kjørt. Hvis vi tar begge gardene, da tror jeg ikke hun drar en gard til. Da drar hun en til og inne der, og så får jeg prøve å smelle og håpe at hun legger igjen litt.
Here's Stig Højberg, the team coach.
Det er det jeg ser, at vi må doble de gardene. Men jeg får litt sånn noe annet.
Ja,
Skal vi prøve for eksempel oss?
Of course, Stig is the father of Marcus Højberg, who's the alternate for Team Ulsrud this week. And is also Marcus is also the boyfriend of Julie in the center of your picture there.
Jeg ser for meg, hvis vi drar rundt, så drar hun frysen oppå, og så blir det veldig trangt.
Hvis du tar den garden som ligger på senteret,
En fireren.
hvis du kjører den inn mot toeren,
Ja, ikke sant?
så får du drag-effekten på den.
Ja, da flytter jo toeren seg, vet du.
Kan du også få med den bak der, eller?
Jeg har sett på en mulig risk for å pile av egen da.
What do you think he'll be saying
Den der og små åpne.
Ja.
to them at half time? Not here at the timeout, but what do you think will be he'll be saying to his side?
Men jeg har ikke lyst til å gjøre det nå. For jeg
Probably
veldig...
play one more end and get off the ice because
Vi tar fireren.
this is not going to
Så smeller
plan.
hun den
We're
veien.
not
Skal jeg
doing
prøve å få en flik,
anything
så jeg kan få
particularly
flikket
well. There's
treeren.
not a lot of positives to take here,
Jeg
so
prøver å få treeren
let's
ut
get
da.
off the ice, keep some self-confidence and focus on our future games because they do still have a chance to stay in the A group. They do still have a chance to qualify for the World Championships, and this is maybe not the best place to expend a lot of their energy and efforts.
Jeg tror det er ganske... Vi må ha på litt fart, tror jeg.
So hopefully
Ja.
he has some words of inspiration. No, he's made absolutely the right call for me here to hit this red guard across the face of the yellow and open up the centre of play. And it could actually turn into quite a nice chance with a good shot here from Annalena Skarsmoen.
Ja! Ja! Hele veien! Hardt! 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 Kom igjen! Det ble spennende. Oi. Ja, ja. Hvorfor ikke?
It's up in a reasonable position. Just doesn't quite cover the yellow in behind. You see it just curling hard at the end.
Jag tror att det är smartare att spela den där. Alltså, jag är med på den också.
So Stig Højberg actually won a bronze medal at the European Championships in 1998 with Tormod Andreasen, who is Lynn Githmark's father. There you go, that's me running out of fun stats on Stig Højberg.
Är det en timeout? Ja. Time.
Inte mycket mer än en sten i luckan, eller?
So Sweden's turn to call a timeout.
Man vill ju inte...
Fredrik Hallström will make his way down.
Raka skjuten från hacka. Röd. Då tycker jag gillar dubbeln lite bättre då.
What do you like your Logan? Do you like the hit off the wide one?
Ja, för dubbeln, den har vi både liksom en dubbel och
Ja,
så
det är-
en vikt. För att liksom göra tvåan svårare för dem.
Like through the
Då
port.
plockar vi bort risken att det ska bli liksom ett stor
Try and take the one you can see in the center of the shot right now.
I think I quite like just hitting the wide one. Kenny may be able to make a double off it as well. So here's Fredrik Hallström on his way out to impart his advice on the team.
Grejen är att det hade varit jättebra om tvåan hade varit lägre, för då hade man kunnat gått i den
I don't think you want that Yellowstone line about over there. If you play some sort of a takeout on the guards, then you're giving
Då har vi både en dubbel och en vick.
Norway the chance to
Reducera bort en
have
sten.
3 yellows in the house, which is never good when you're leading a game by 6.
Det är risken med hålet är att man går inåt och så åker sexan in.
Ja, jag gillar inte hålet. Jag tycker nog både skjuter. Du spelar dubbel då? Du gillar inte dubbeln? Du gillar...
Just while they're discussing this, Kenny, actually just looking at the 1998 European Championships here. It's quite the championships. I said that Norway won the bronze medal, Stig Højberg and Tormod Andreasen. Silver went to Scotland, which was Eve Muirhead's father, Gordon, with David Hay, who's coaching Eve this week. And Sweden won gold with Skip. Before he was called Pia. Peter Lindholm. Quite a few of these faces still kicking about the circuit and kicking about the Surmarka arena this week. So let's see what Sigfridsson has decided on here.
Vi kan ju spela ett järn här, Maria, och spela tunt. Nej.
Jag tänker nog mer, tappar vi tid.
I don't think they've really come to much of a decision here.
I think they've made the right one though.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a chance to make a double off this as well, but even if they can hit and roll over towards the forefoot, then they're really shrinking the scoring area for Norway as well to get a second one in there.
Okay, doesn't quite make the double.
Bra, den där är inte långt bort. Snyggt, Maria. Jäkligt nära.
Så vi kan lite gärna dra? Ja, det syns jag. Men där så blir den blir så blink då. Men jag tänker alltså, hvis vi slår deg ikke ligger... Hvis vi
gör sånn, da tar du den.
So if Norway can come down maybe on the end turn, check the red and 8 foot at the top of the white area there on the right, roll down into the top of the forefoot.
Kjører du bak?
Ja. Spørsmålet skal vi gå utenfra på den her? Ja, hvis det mer enn opp på utsida. Ja, det må da holde.
Yeah, absolutely, or they could just play the straight draw in there. Certainly looks like there's plenty of room. All achieves the same thing.
Prøver å rulle inn til toer da.
Ja.
Gjerne frys opp på egen da, men ikke noe.
Ja.
Hvis vi drar så blir den der rømback-blinken så veldig stor.
Ja. Nei, altså, nå får jeg få åpne den ene siden her.
Ja.
Det er helt enig.
Kjapp så er det en veldig vanskelig dobbel, men den er jo ikke umulig. Så gjerne liksom, hvis vi bare ruller litt så sperrer vi for den bak da. Så vi er jo kine på å rulle ordentlig.
Ja, det er greit.
Vant, tenkte jeg.
Ja, ja. 30.
Jeg tror liksom det er bra is.
Marianne Rorvik taking this on the out turn. I think it'd be easier on the in turn, Logan.
It's always easier to get your shooter moving, but it's a little bit personal preference. Looking pretty good though.
That was the only problem in taking that on the out turn. Gets a little bit of a flatter roll.
Yeah, a little bit flatter, a little bit higher in the house, and as a result, not lying in second shot position.
Kan ju även spela en dragning. Så kan vi spela den.
Well, Prince does need to make sure that they protect that red stone at the very least. Don't want to give up 3 here just before half-time. If you do throw a guard on that stone or somewhere in the front ring, then it does still leave a
Men alltså är det här rätt slag?
difficult shot for 2.
Ligger de en eller två menar jag? En.
So they're just playing the guard, do you think, Logan?
Well, I hope so. I hope they're not playing the run back anyway.
Ja, jag tyckte det kändes bra att lägga här, ja. Då har de ju dragning för 2. Här har vi risk att tappa 3.
The thing I would say about the run back is that you do have options as to what yellow you do hit onto, but at the same time, I think it's an unnecessary risk.
Alltså jag tänkte
Yeah,
nog
it's a big
nästan
target.
Då får de en drag långt ut eller någonting. Är ni helt...
Vad funderar ni på?
Jag vet
sure
inte, garden var
about
bra
this, is
för
she?
det är 2 de drar för.
Ja.
Men vi är oeniga här så att det är inget...
Du behöver bestämma det. Ni får nog välja.
Hela garden, den är bra.
Det var det ganska lätt då, så 85.
Ja.
Yeah.
I think they were going for the run back there, Kenny. I think this is absolutely the right shot they've called now, though. They get there in the end.
I think you got it quite tight to this, so
Kalla
don't want to
lite.
leave it too long.
En mellanhake.
Ja, bra linje nu.
Mellan.
Bara
I think I
stanna.
would have been tempted to throw it on the other handle, actually. I think you can be quite wide with this and still get a good result.
Den ska nära.
Certainly don't want to overcurl this
Kan vi
guard.
dela? Ja. Det är inte där. Det är inte. Kör då! Du får försöka. Nej, nej.
For me, that's still there, Logan.
Yeah, that's exactly why I would have played the other handle. Just come across the centre line. You can even sit and cover the 4-foot line there
Vi ska bara
and
trycka en
take this shot away.
Det må vi gjøre. Noe sånt. Jeg spiller litt sånn til bakhånd, så at de kan koste på retningen når den kommer. Hva tror du om noe sånt?
Jeg tror noe sånt er bra. Altså
Ja.
en meter cirka. Ja.
So just a
For det
quiet
står
wait
litt ute i kanten her.
Ja, jeg vet det.
required. And Mariana Rurvik can
10 pluss.
start to make this scoreboard look a little bit more respectable than it does
Liksom regel
now.
pluss.
Already secured a score of 1, but with a good tap back here, they could well pick up 3.
Den hadde jo vært veldig fin å gjøre, da. Ja.
Den gjør vi med denne.
Jeg tenkte bare spille 10 bakkant,
Ja.
så at dere kan koste på
Vi kan koste den fra 10 og bak. Liksom.
70-75.
Ja.
Den skal trykke den bak. Det er bare en halv stein. Det holder.
Ja.
So,
det
good
behøver
chance
de
to
ikke.
70.
get right back in the game.
Bakkant gjennom!
Vent.
Mårygg!
Nei.
Ja da, fin linje!
Nei, ja. Ren. Ja.
Fin linje! Ja!
It's looking pretty good here.
Nei!
Nei, wow.
Å, vent! Der med!
Bra. Nei, da.
Oh, looks to have played it perfectly.
Bra det. Bra, men
And it will be a score of 3.
Bra fartsmelding.
And the home crowd erupts here in the Sumark Arena.
Bra styrt.
Yeah, it's about time they had something to shout about. 5 ends played here, and a score for Norway of 3, but it's still Sweden 7, Norway 4.
Ja, ja. Den var så nære. Det var bare...
Men den lå jo i den dreggen. Ja, kjempe. Ja.
Bra, ikke? Nå må vi spille da. Spille. Det er gøy. Det er det morsomste. Det er jo det. Få opp masse spill foran.
Oi, unnskyld.
So let's see how we got here. The first end, 2 open misses from Norway presented this opportunity to Maria Prutz to make the hit and stick on the wing. No problem at all. It would be a score of 3 in the first end. The perfect start for Sweden.
For långt här bak 12.
Score of 1 in for Norway in the second. Then here was Maria Prutz scoring 2 for Sweden with this straightforward draw to the paint. And after 3 ends, already Sweden leading by 5 shots to 1.
Så det behøver liksom ikke...
And here we are in the 5th end. Maria Prutt's guard over curls, and here's Marianne Rørvik with a delightful touch. An out turn tap back, already lying one, and pushes it through the forefoot to secure 3 yellows, 3 shots for Norway, and the scoreline 7 shots to 4 at halftime.
Jeg springer på doen. Har du begynt å tvile og sånn? Ja. Da stjeler vi. Det er gøy. Moro. Ja, det er moro.
So an update on Latvia and Denmark. Denmark leading Latvia by 3 shots to 2. This is Evita Regza with her final stone, playing against 3 Danish yellow stones and just trying to draw the 4, but not even close for weight. Tries to make something happen, but it's only going to be good enough to remove 1 yellow, and a score of 2 for Denmark, opening that game up a little bit. Denmark leading by 5 shots to 2. Pretty embarrassing stuff for Italy, trailing the world champion Scotland by 12 to 1. Switzerland leading the Czech Republic by 6 to 2. And Russia leading Germany by 5 shots to 1. So it looks like everything going the way you'd expect it to in this 6th draw of the Women's European Curling Championships 2013.
Yes, kom igjen. Det var en bra opptur på slutten her nå. Kom inn! Kast deg! Frekker. Nei, nå tok jeg en annen plass.
There you see the stats. Very one-sided, really. 67%. Not a statistic that's really going to cause many of the teams here any trouble. But still, they played a pretty good 5th end there to chalk a 3 on the board.
Det må du ha sett selv. Bare dypp den inn hvis du er
Ja, men hvilken vei er det mot der? Litt mindre, Anne Mine. Hallo. Nei, litt mindre bare.
Ok.
Nei. Herregud, liksom. Ok. 90.
Julie Sharmonar gets his underway for the second half of this featured game. If you've just joined us, welcome to the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013. We're live in the Surmarka Arena in Stavanger, Norway. My name's Logan Gray, and alongside me I have Kenny Edwards calling the shots. Our featured game today is Sweden and Norway. And Sweden getting off to a great start, leading by 7 to 1 after 4. Norway did manage to claw 3 shots back in the 5th. But the might of Sweden, I think, will probably prove too much. Margareta Sigfridsson playing 90% for the first half of this game.
Ja, den är just bakom. Den känns lång. Bak 4, 10. Bak 4. 10 bara.
Mitt på 10. Fint.
Ja, det är bra. Bra, Magan.
Nice draw by Sigfridsson, just to the backside of the tee line and out to the wing. Sharmonar playing 70%.
4. Ja, det är bra. Vi kan gå kølle. 2 kølle. Ja, nå. Stå på 3. Ja, nå. Kjem nå. Ja. Kom igjen. Dra så langt jeg kan. Greit da.
So up with the guard. And No, no, no. That is not the call. Would you like to talk me through why you wouldn't call the opposite side, Logan?
Well, it just makes things complicated for peeling the guard, so I think they've decided against that and to come around that long centre guard. Also a risky option if you leave it a little bit short. It's going to leave a double guard. Kenny, think you can explain for some of our viewers who may be new to curling what sort of tactics you can expect from these two teams in this situation where the game is wide open?
Yeah, I think from Sweden's point of view, they don't need to score anymore. They are going to try and keep the centre of the rink and the house clear. So should they ever get into trouble, they could draw with their final store and score the single point. Whereas Norway, they'll try and get a few stones in and around the centre line so they can draw around and get into the 1 foot before Sweden and try and steal 1 or 2 points. Steal is when you don't have last stone and you manage to pick up a couple of shots.
Thanks for that, Kenny. Couldn't have done that better myself, and I'm sure Sandy Morton back in Millport Curling Club will really appreciate that explanation.
Yeah, well, the club girls are going to learn somewhere.
Jeg tok meg selv i å wowe meg selv.
De sier til meg, ja.
Ja, 30!
So even that red that's on the tee line for Sweden isn't in a great spot. Probably would have liked to have a go at the guards, but shaves past that top one. You see now, there's a few reds in play, but for Norway, they could actually be good stones. Now, if they can just maybe tap them to the back of the 4 foot, put a yellow in at the top. Should Sweden want to remove it, they'd have to drive it back onto one of the reds, and they run the risk of leaving it in play. So this one has a long way to curl, Logan.
Bare 8. Farta er kjempefin.
Den var litt hard.
Fin fart, Camilla.
Ja. Den var litt hard da, synes jeg.
Ja.
Bitte litt i hvert fall.
Not the best spot.
No, I totally agree, Kenny.
So, are they going for the shot stone, or the yellow stone, sorry, are they going to go for the guards? I think the guards would be the call.
It's always a little bit of a tempter to go after the big end though, Kenny, when you're in such a good spot and behind the guards there. You play a hit and roll off that yellow, you've all of a sudden got 3 in behind the guards in the 4 foot.
80 på guard,
And you can really look at getting a big end and just killing the game off, but they're going for the sensible option in that occasion. And here is the formidable Andrea Schopp, trailing Russia by 6 shots to 1, playing the 6th end here. And it's very quiet, playing against 3 yellows, but makes the hit stick and keeps Germany alive there, but still trailing Russia by 6 shots to 2.
Yeah, so Norway know that Sweden will look to peel the guard, so that's why they've thrown another one. Oh, just gets enough.
Bra det.
Bra, Nina.
Normalt, slapp. Hysj. Vanlig kjøpbra. Stram opp. 30? Ja.
Annalena Skarsmoen playing a pretty miserable 63%.
Den veldig tung.
Den ser litt tyngre ut.
Ja, den tyngre.
Ja, det litt tung. Eller løs der, altså. For det, ja.
Der var du litt for stram. Litt for mye stramt opp.
Ja.
Yep. So now that there's no centre guards in play, Sweden will have the chance just to play the takeout.
Rent bara. Kalla lite. Kalla. 95. Kalla lite till bara. Jag tror det räcker. Vi behöver inte vicka så långt.
Bra. Skål där. Bra.
So one game which has finished early. Italy taking a thumping from Scotland's Eve Muirhead, 12-2 after 6 ends. Early bath for the Italians. Eve Muirhead would move on to 6 wins and yet to be defeated.
Bare perfekt frys som gjelder.
75 da.
Ja.
Akkurat samme fart som når du spilte.
Ja, jeg prøver liksom, jeg tror det er bra is, altså.
Ja, det
Må liksom, ja. Må liksom komme opp og... Skal jeg prøve på sånn 80?
Ja, vi kan koste 80. Ja.
75-80?
Ja.
Ja. Den, litt sånn...
87. Ja, god linje.
Den må dere nå gå på hele veien.
Ja.
Fin retning.
Fin retning, bare på.
Norway,
Oi, nei.
Norway trying to play the freeze.
Ja, den kommer nå, vær med.
Nei. Vi trenger ikke på.
Syng litt til da. Kom igjen. Kom igjen. Bra, Kosta.
A terrific shot from Anja Rurvik. That's a real good saver in there.
Hår over. Kørt et hår over.
Ja, du tänker att du inte ska göra något annat.
Ja, det går på treffkota.
Kanske inte går på ut
Men
den.
jeg går på treffkota.
Sådär.
Ja, den er...
Fin fart da.
Det är bättre.
87 av det. Ja. Det er bare... Oi, sorry.
So what do you think the calls here? Would you come down and corner freeze this yellow, maybe tack the red back a couple inches, or would you just throw one up tight against it?
Ja.
Yeah, I quite like the freeze option, Kenny. I think you're always going to have a pretty straightforward shot for 2 by doing that.
Ja. Den var det ganska lätt också.
Ja.
75.
Ja. Det tror
Nu
jag.
har jag mindre än dig. Va? Nu har jag mindre än vad du har haft.
Jag har haft här till centern.
Ska vi kalla över lite, va? Eller centern.
It's very important to get yourself all the way across the centre line here. You don't want to give something for Norway to hide themselves behind.
Den som nära 12. Ja, kör då. Nu är det 12. 12.
Yeah, just
Wennerström. 12-8. Wennerström.
top 8 weight that required here. We're Prince 89%.
Den är längre.
For
Den fryser bra.
the game.
Den döttar. Ja, det är också okej. Den
This
döttar.
needs to rear up pretty quickly
Sitt nu då.
Ja. Fint, Maria.
and actually ends up in a bad spot.
77.
Bra.
Rätt
Ja,
spelat.
80. Härligt.
Should Norway be able to come down and
Lika bra för oss som
hit
de
the
kan vara.
nose
Ja,
just at
visst.
hack weight. Could be facing 2.
Hvis at du...
Da skvetter den av gårde.
Ja, den gjør
Det må den jo gjøre.
Ja, den gjør det. Den går på oversiden, tror jeg.
Ja. Men spørsmålet
Very
er om
tight.
den slår der og ruller dit. Nei, den får ikke rundt den.
Men hvis du prøver å... Hvis du sender...
Vant hack.
skli av.
Ja,
Den er ganske tynn, da. Men også hvis at du...
I actually think that's not turned out too badly at all. It's curled just enough. It's really difficult for Marianne to get a good spot here. Only shot I can suggest is that she maybe comes off her, the red
Men det er liksom veldig
on the left-hand side of the
den så har du
picture,
i hvert fall
maybe
at du kan stoppe i
towards
den,
the one
da.
at the top of the button.
Litt større treffpunkt.
Need to play a kind of delicate weight to slide
det kommer jo
underneath
ikke
that
rundt
red
der,
at
da.
the top of the fourth
Jeg
foot,
tror hvis
just
vi
played
slår
by
her, så
Pritz.
forsvinner den ut der. Og da blir jo den hengende. Så det må være en hack eller noe der, og så sklia inn der. Så da har vi litt av vi kan trykke der, da.
Den er ganske tynn.
Ja, den er ganske tynn. Det er ikke noe alternativ til å treffe på tjukt for den.
Yeah, just looking at
Skal jeg spille hack?
the angles here.
Ja. Hack der.
Might
Hack. Her. Mye strenger vi backa. Det står jo
just
ganske bra. Ja. Her da. Noe sånt sånn som jeg spilte oppover der. Ja. Trenger ikke noe mer enn det.
throw
Litt mindre.
Ja, kan heller koste mye.
out turn peel at this. Try and double it.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision, Kenny. Just,
Det er tynn,
I think I absolutely agree with becoming on the other handle just to try and get
Det er
that,
liksom ikke noe alternativ. Treffe på tjukt
that
for den.
steeper line
Det er
down
bedre å
towards the
flere
button
rubin på en måte enn å
off that red stone.
prøve ordentlig.
You're going to contact this red much higher by coming on the
Jeg
in
tenkte
turn.
hack, men jeg prøver å ikke spille mer enn hack, altså. Ja, jeg trenger bare skli inn. 50? Ja. Her får du spille 60. Det er greit. Ligge fint. Vær med på den. Tror du må gå på den.
So just looking for hack weight off
Vær med!
the red,
Oh!
and then
Vekk! Vær med!
looking pretty close, Logan.
Kom igjen!
Haha, great shot by the skip.
Bra kost.
And lies two, incredible shot by Marianne Rørvik.
Kjempebra. Ja, det var fint.
Bra spilt.
Bra kost. Bra skippa.
Den var kald.
Det var bra skippa.
Jeg bare fant det. Nå måtte den bare være litt
Ligger vi 2 år, eller?
Ja, så gjør det.
Oi. Nei, det er jo...
Det går. Bort.
Ja, men
det er
hvis du står på egen, vet du, så går den bare inn. Den er så fin. Jeg er stolt.
Da skal du få lov til å være med god grunn.
Ja, det är lätt på det. Ja. 70. Ja.
Ska inte kunna stanna själv utan ha back.
Ja, ska vi trycka lite grann. 70-75.
Det är ju rätt bra, vi sopar inte.
Nej, väl 80. 77.
Ja. Ja, jag ser lite till. Ja. Finns det något enkelt slag att släppa in? Ja.
Well, Sweden may just have to give up a steal of one here.
Ja, den där.
Alltså trycka ner egen så.
Oh, this is such a risky shot with a 3-shot lead. If you over curl and feather that top red, slide past, then you're going to give up a steal of 2.
Ja, det är drygt i.
Could just smash that top red and that would be a simple way just to give up 1.
Yeah, I think so. Norway somehow managing to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, and you know what, Kenny, especially when you've got a 3-shot lead, you can afford to just put your hands up and say, you know what, Marianne, great shot there. You can have 1, but you're not getting 2.
Well, this one needs to curl.
Lite för mycket fart.
And do you know what, Logan? That is going to be a steal of 2. And it's game on, 7-6 in Sweden's favour. And you've got to say, Sweden dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Can't believe what I'm seeing here. The wheels really coming off the wagon.
well, actually, Kenny, that's just really poor from Sweden. This is a world-class curling team we're talking about, and they've completely failed to play the scoreboard there. So after 6 ends, Sweden still leading, but by the narrowest of margins now. It's just a 1-shot game here. Sweden 7, Norway 6.
So here we are into the 7th end at the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013. 7-6. Sweden versus Norway. It was a 7-1 lead for Sweden going into the 5th end. And somehow Norway have managed to claw their way back into the game.
Yeah, well, one thing's for sure, Kenny, I think after the 4th end and even halfway through the 5th end, we didn't see this kind of comeback coming from the Norwegians. Really has been an incredible turnaround. Do you think it's a lack of focus that's caused this from Sweden's end, Kenny?
I do believe that, Logan. It's if you've seen Maria Winnerstrom and Stina Bertrup, they've just been really poor in the last couple of ends, whether they've taken the foot off the gas, just not concentrating, catching the wrong side of stones, just not getting it the right weight either with their draws. Maybe thought the game was in the bag at 7-1 and left their skip really with a lot to do.
Vi må ta den på retning. Nei, gjennom. Gjennom? Just da. Kom ut som en kule! Den bare... 50 da? Ja.
So Sharmolinar with a chance to come around there and flings it through the house. So this isn't the time for Norway to let up. They've got a little bit of momentum going. And young players in the Norwegian side can't just rely on Marianne Rørvik playing super shots at every end. Maria Prutz making mistakes. They need to try and develop some opportunities for Marianne Rørvik.
This freeze just pulling up short, but finds a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely, in a very usable position in that control area in front of the forefoot. So 7th end, Sweden have the hammer. I would fully expect them to try and blank this end, ideally. Certainly don't want to take too much risk to go and get multiple score on the board.
Well, looking at this, I can't believe the way she's trying to peel this. She was trying to find the gap.
Well, this is absolutely the right way to play it, is hitting the outside of that yellow. And that opens up the centre line, makes things a little bit tidier.
Yeah, must have been a good foot wide of where the brush was situated.
Topp 4 fot!
So that's the kind of slack shots that have let Norway back in. First few ends of the game, it was Norway that were making the mistakes. It's now Sweden.
Yeah, absolutely, but I don't think we can take anything away from Marianne Rørvik. She's not had the best situations to come to in the last couple of ends, and it's been her outstanding play that's developed this opportunity for them to get back into the game. Very clinical stuff by the Norwegian skip. And the super draw there by Camilla Holt. It is a terrific shot.
Yeah, just does enough to set shot stone.
Excuse me, Kenny?
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Okay, so going to try and ram this guard back this time.
Would you like to explain that one, Logan?
That is not what they were looking for. Just a little bit tight. Probably not that far from absolutely nailing the called shot, but a disastrous result, really. And personally, I don't think Norway really want to be moving that stone. That's actually quite a nice position for them, blocking that side of the forefoot. Maybe a good time just to throw a guard up.
Yeah, throw a guard or get right round in on top of the yellows again.
Yeah, so even though Norway might lie 3, you could put more pressure on Sweden if you can put a guard on or play another freeze into a better spot. This for me just takes the heat off Sweden, and although it's only a 1-point game, I would like to see Norway just appreciate that they really have some momentum here and they want to build on that and continue to really attack the Swedes.
Det var fin fart. Ja. Veldig bra. Og jeg synes det er så ekkelt med rundt i der, for de står så.
Ja, jeg skjønner. Det er bra du setter ordentlig for det. Det er viktig.
Ja. Ja, det er ikke så slangt, så det står ikke.
Hej! Ja! Hej! Ja! Hårt! Fritz! Ja.
Well, do hit and roll in behind, so forces Norway to play straight back. I think they were going for the double though, on the yellows.
Yeah, Norway still in a strong position in this end with a good takeout. Switzerland are killing the Czech Republic. After 6 ends, it's 8-2 for the Swiss. The perfect Swiss this week, 5-0. And Anna Kubeshkova facing 3 yellow Swiss counters. You'd think the game's pretty much almost over, but any sort of a miss here and you would think it's curtains. Anna Kubeshkova really spent a lot of time in the hack on this one. Just making sure that everyone's absolutely on the same board with the weight calls. Well, from where I'm sitting, Kenny, this looks pretty hot and the sweepers are backing away from it.
Yeah, I think the third's better watch. So here it comes. But this is pulled up pretty quick.
Oh, what do we know?
Yeah. I'm going to say it grabbed something, but it's certainly reared up pretty quick.
Maybe just a little bit frostier out wide on the sheet. Super draw by Anna Kubeshkova to keep that game alive. Barely. And Switzerland now leading by 8-3 after 7 ends.
Meanwhile, back in our feature game between Norway and Sweden. Norway do have that yellow stone in the forefoot.
Ser du på linja når den ligger liksom midt på senterline, så ligger den jo fint. Ja. Vent. Gå over linja.
Over linja.
Can't afford to.
Kom en fint, vær
This one on the high side.
Gjerne litt rull bak. Gjerne litt rull bak, nei!
Bra.
It's a nice shot. Nice controlled takeout.
Vi ser ikke den.
Bra spill.
Om du vill. Vad känner du för?
Ja, clearing känner jag på.
Ja, spela den då.
Det är över.
Nej, raka.
Ja, det är bra.
I'll still some problems here for Sweden. I'd like to see Norway just play a little bit more aggressive and junk up that centre line a bit more, but put their stones in reasonably good spots in this end, and there's a good takeout required here from Maria Pritz to get the team out of trouble.
the curl, a couple of inches.
Kala! Kör Maggan.
Kör Nina också.
Jammed it.
Bra! Fint Maria. Bra spel det där.
So elsewhere, Germany, Russia. The Russian women on a roll now. They beat
Må rulle foran da.
Andrea Shaw
Nei, det er såpass mye å gå på her at vi kan gå utenfor.
over
Jeg skal gjøre
on
13,
sheet
jeg tror.
E.
Ja. Så er vi litt innenfor ferden.
13.
Ja.
Yeah, so that's Russia going to 4 wins and 2 losses. 4 straight wins, I believe, Kenny. And Germany are going to drop to 2 wins and 4 losses.
Sånn fint og rett. Gjerne rulle foran den andre da, sånn at hun må doble. Ja.
So, like you said, Norway got a bit of momentum. Just going to try and force here in 7.
Camilla, kom igjen!
And that's a nice shot there.
Den henger, så er det greit da.
Means
Ja, den henger. Ja, det er jo
Sweden
for den.
need to
Derfor må
take their one. So no set required. Oh, Maria Pritz.
Siste i 8. Når vi... Ja. Ja.
3 nøtter.
3 nøtter til Askepott 1, 2, 3 og 4.
Ja. 3-0. Jeg trodde vi nollet da. Ja, nollet da. Noll kjapp, härligt.
Rent! 90! Ja, 90! Ja, kalla då! Var med! Ja!
Nej!
Ja! Jag räcker. Ja.
And this one from Maria Pritz right down onto the nose. Steadies the ship. 8-6 they now lead. As they go into the 8th end. And Sweden trying to just settle things down. 5-shot swing in the middle of the game there. As let Norway back into this draw.
Linjen är bra.
4. Hel 4. Nästan 10. Nej då. Det är det banden med bakom. Herregud.
Ja, det är 70 det där.
Bra. Det är bra spelat.
And draw from Sigfridsson. It's the back of the forefoot. So early mistake as Norway once again go about the corner guard option.
Ligger fin. Ta den litt nå da, kanskje. Ja.
Ja, kom her,
Ja.
så litt längre.
Ja, litt til. Litt til. Bra. Bra, Ulle. Bra spann. Det er jo rett etter sånn hos Blåla, det.
60 kanske. Ja, 65. 60 tror jag är bra. Känns ganska fin va?
Ganska bra fart. Den har minst nästan 10. Tack Karla. Ganska bra linje.
8-4.
8-4. Kommer att bli bra linje.
8.
Linjen är bra.
8-4. 4-10.
Framför 10.
Just framför. Men vad det börjar gå lätt tycker jag.
So the thinking behind this one was
Bra Maggan.
draw in behind the corner guard, try and take out the play, but done exactly what you shouldn't do. Just throw it right up onto the tee line. Norway could freeze on round in on top of this. It would look really nice for making a 2 at least here in this 8th end.
That's not good setup play. And I'm sure maybe in Karlstad last year, or maybe even Riga, we noticed this about Sigfridsson, that if they did go back to the tee line and there was a corner guard, they would quite happily go around the corner guard without the hammer, which is always a very dangerous game. That's why now we've got one back at the tee line and behind the corner, which is really, really useful. But surely we're going to see Sigfridsson peel the guard here.
Den är lite tajt och får chappen på 20.
Ser ganska bra ut här tycker jag.
Det tror jag vi har.
25.
Spela garden då på 20.
Jag vet, det är därför jag vill ha farten.
Ja.
Bara garden.
Well, once again, common sense prevails in the end. And here's Wennerstrom sending down the big weight, trying to chip the guard off. Nobody seems too keen to sweep here. Oh, the wheels are really coming off the wagon for Sweden right now, and just need to get a grip. This is a really important game for the Swedes. They've already suffered 2 losses this week, and won't want to suffer any more, with Scotland and Switzerland going to 6 wins and Russia already having moved up to 4 wins above them. Very much looks like Denmark are going to move to 3 wins. So Sweden need to find a way and bounce back and refocus after this barrage that they've had in the last few ends from Norway.
Perfekt, håll lite.
Det är bra. Kan vi spela till? Nu ska vi spela till. Bra. Ben, 30, lös, ja!
So Sweden now looking in a bit of trouble. Just gets past the guard.
Bra. Maggan. Bra
Maria.
Although they do sit 2, the corner guard's in a good spot.
Bra där.
Ja.
I think we'll see Norway just come around and try and bump this red and try and set some angles up. Got to say, I think the Norwegians seem a lot more focused than they were in the first half of this game. Maybe a little bit too much mucking about at the start, and now they've got their game head on. Really doing a lot of positive things. It doesn't quite work out, just needed a little bit more running, but still finishes in a scoring position.
Ja, tur i haset det. Alltså tur luft i det.
Ja, jag vet. Men tur ska spela.
Tycker det är bra. Okej, det går att slå en av de här.
Jag skulle ju säga den chappen finns.
What do you think, Logan? Would you maybe come around and freeze the red or the yellow they've just played?
Well, if they can see the yellow, I quite like the nose hit. It's definitely an option. Another option could be just to peel the guard. So I certainly don't think they'll be on the wide side here. So that actually releases that red stone a little bit. So we didn't quite think that one through. I'd say I quite like the peel on the guard with the last one. I don't know how much this red stone's visible from the hack, but if they could ever come down and bump that red stone out of the 8 foot and roll over in front of that stone at the back of the 4 foot, that would definitely be the shot to call, but it just depends on how much they can see from the hack here.
I might be tempted to actually try and play a freeze to the back red.
60. 10. Ja, 70 fick jag.
Annalena Skarsmån, also a very good golfer.
I think she's been spending a bit more time on the golf course than the ice rink, because that didn't end up in a great position.
Well, the one saving grace, Kenny, is that if they do go for that double takeout, then the yellow in the 4 foot could well go onto that back red. Well, we do have another final score here in the women's draw 6. And there they are, Switzerland defeating the Czech Republic by 9 shots to 3, and remaining one of 2 undefeated teams this week, Switzerland and Scotland, both 6 wins and no losses, and 2012 World Championship champions looking strong. And that's another horrendous miss. I wonder if Christina Bertrup's got a little bit of a curly number 6 stone. Missed a lot of shots on the inside. They've all been in the same handle, it must be said, but I just wonder if there's something going on with the stones that Sweden haven't picked up.
Quite possibly, Logan. I think it's just slack play more than anything, Logan. Look at the stats, 83% is not what Christina Bertrup is playing. I think we're a little bit out there, would you agree, Logan?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it should be a little bit lower. We've seen a lot of half shots be made by Christina. Well, they've got a chance to lie 3 here, the Norwegians. They need to make a play on that back. That red at the back of the 4 foot. If they want to be really aggressive, they could throw a freeze, but if they want to keep things simple, they could well just play a takeout to lie 3.
Men kan eventuelt kjøre ned og så trykke den gule ytterst der ned mot den røde, liksom. Men den gule bedre enn den røde.
But again, the nice thing about the position of that red stone, Kenny, is that it's stopping the double takeout on those two yellows. So maybe the freeze could be a good option here.
Vi så splitt andre veien, da. Den ned mot dit. Ja.
Og så satt på at det ligger den veldig rett oppe.
Ja.
Så du trykker den liksom der.
Det er kanskje
Simply intent on splitting this yellow.
I think you're just overcomplicating it. You might set up a better angle for the double. So, yeah, I do like the call of just coming down to the back one.
Det godt gjort hvis du treffer den luka. Ja, vi splitter den sånn.
Samme. Ja. 70. Ja, jeg er enig i den. Ja.
So going for the high difficulty shot, pushing the yellow back to the red.
Well, the freeze isn't an easy shot either, Kenny, but hopefully I just think it's really difficult to get a good result off this shot. I can't see how it's not risking setting up triple takeouts and just making things really messy. So I think they are trying to split this stone on the correct side, even if they could push it over behind the corner. This is not what they wanted. Just a really poor shot there by Annalena Skarsmån. Big mistake there by the Norwegian third. That was a golden opportunity.
Yeah, with this one you've just got to really catch it in the pocket.
Dobbelen er litt vanskeligere, da.
Ja,
Andre var litt
og min uansett, så kanskje den rasker med den røde bak der.
Ja, den kunne liksom ikke...
Men din clearing, Maria, här.
Don't want to
Tung här. Annars
just
har vi
catch
den
the-
och flytta på den där. Ja.
just feather the one closest to the centre first.
Hårt då. Vilken först?
Ändra. Övre helst.
Lövtunt.
Lövtunt, ja.
So from a point of being out of the game, Norway find themselves right back in it at 8-6.
Yeah, this is a tricky double, but certainly makeable for Maria Prutz. Needs to hit this pretty thin to get it to go across the top of that back red. Or they could hit the wide one first and push it the long way. Well, it's actually a pretty good shot.
Fint. Vad spelar Maria?
Bra det. Snyggt, Maria.
Bra. Nice.
Ja.
Yeah, it's a reasonable result. You see, just catches it in the pocket. Just needed to curl half an inch more, would have been perfect.
Den här. Ganska...
So there is a couple of yellows lying about though, and Norway do have a chance to bring them into play. They could either throw a freeze once again,
Bare for å rulle. Vi må rulle.
or they could play the hit and roll.
Ja, er det ikke her vi har spilt den der hack-dingsedansen? Så noe sånt der, ja.
I think maybe if the redstone they're going to hit was on the tee line or just past it and left an easy double, then a freeze could be a good shot. I don't mind this hit and roll attempt.
Det blir litt bedre dobbeltvinkel på siste. Den er litt vanskelig den vinkelen nå, tror jeg selv.
Varmt.
Ja, hele veien!
So sweeping on this one
Kom igjen da!
really early. Is this one going to overcurl?
Oi!
I think it is, and it's
Envis, faktisk.
going to miss everything completely.
I don't think Marianne Rorvik can even believe how bad that was.
Alle går og børster bort, så tror jeg kanskje.
Klar landa hand här.
So Sweden a chance to bail out now and just peel that yellow, so there's no chance of
80 där ute. Ja.
Norway scoring two.
Jag kan också tänka mig den här.
Tänkte på den
Ja,
också.
tänkte också på den, Maggan. Ja, vi gör den då.
Electing to just throw the one top of forefoot.
Bara vi inte ligger på en mittvitt eller 12? Mittvitt eller 12? 80.
Yeah, either or. Got to be biting the 8-foot with this, I would say, if you're going to throw the drop.
Med Wennerström.
8, 12, 8, 4.
Well, you don't want to stick this at the top of the forefoot on the right hand side of the centre line.
4.
That's something for the supers to bear in mind here.
10. Nästan bak mot.
I don't think Sweepers have got a chance. Just overthrown that.
Det är bra där.
Yeah, it's still okay though.
Stannar ju
At
aldrig.
least it didn't stop in front of the tee line and set up a triple.
Säga sådär.
It's just a straightforward nose for
Vi ligger
a single.
Prøver litt sånn ordentlig å slippe. Ja, jeg hadde blitt med litt. Ja, det tror jeg. Ja, kjapt da, på den. Første der.
So there you see the stats, 82 faces 78.
Vent,
Ja, det er en
vent,
valgback.
gå til senter.
Wow,
Gå
nei!
til senter.
Nei!
Vent på han.
Nei!
Vent.
Nei.
Å, sving da.
Aldri!
Just needs to curl
Å, sving litt
a
til
little
da.
bit. And it will be a steal of 2 to Sweden. And that is going to be a scoreline of 10-6. Just overthrew that one, I think, Logan. A little bit too much weight. Sweden get out of jail.
Yeah, I totally agree, Kenny. Too much weight there. Could have just thrown a draw down to the backing.
Ja.
8 heads played here. Sweden 10, Norway 6.
Vi har ändå 7,5, 7 och 5.
So yeah, just once again, just hits it a fraction too thin, and because of the weight, makes a big roll. And not good enough to stick around. Yeah, another massive let off. There's been glimmers of some decent stuff from the Norwegian skip, but maybe just not that match sharp against the Swedish side, who have been playing so much this season in their preparations for the Olympics.
Mycket driv. 66.
Linjen är bra, ser bra ut.
8-4.
Dra den bra då.
Jobba nu! Ja, en bit till 4.
Ja, det är bra det.
Bra
Bra
coach.
spel.
Fint, Maggan.
Det var därför jag kunde.
Ja, det är det. Bra, Maggan.
Holte.
Nei, bare vanlig.
Du går det du sa.
To är bra.
Ny linje. Ja.
Bra med.
Oi, oi, oi.
Corner guards up.
Å ja.
Sweden just electing to throw these through.
Det ska du ta. Bra. Bra där.
Jag kunde knappt spela klart. Var lite snabb där.
Där får Maggan åka upp och ta skärm.
Nære.
Oj.
Blir for tung. Nei da. Bremser. Fin fart. 2 helst. 3. Nære.
Hun är lite kjappere på deg.
You can't afford to do this and throw your corner guards into the house.
Ja, inte bakom
Both teams
kåren,
got
va?
enough time on the clock.
Now, as I said before, Kenny, when you've got the last stone, it's better to throw your guard into the house with the second one than the first one. At least you can use the free guard zone. You can throw another guard now.
Det är bra. Bra, Maria.
To, 3. 3. Mye fart. Inn. Nei. 10. Nei da.
Jeg gir det.
Ja.
Vi får håpe omøren litt. Litt god TV-underholdning, da.
Inte bara.
Just gonna try and run a few stones through here, I think.
Ja, ja.
Här är skuren. Ja, kör då.
Gonna think
Här är
that Norway will need more than 2 stones
And
in this 9th end, but that's exactly what Norway were waiting for. A clean miss on an open stone. Just such slack play.
Yeah, that's 2 ends in a row as well, Kenny. Just really disappointing play at this level.
Jag tror du hookar, ja. Får du skärpa
But maybe not a bad time to do it. You'd much rather do it with a 4-shot lead and against a weaker opposition than in a a playoff situation.
Okay, små! Ja! Kom igjen, ja på retning! Kom igjen! Kom igjen! Nice! Sitt da, sitt da. Oi, den gikk sidelengs. Redd da. Bra det.
Curlen vann!
Ganska hög ändå. Den är ganska hög.
Ja.
So it does look like there's a bit of that Yellowstone seen from the hack. So
Japp, japp.
Christina Bertrup is going to chase this one.
Nej! Ja! Oj! Bra spel. Bra. Kom Magga.
Bra Nina. Ja, bra.
Gjerne her oppe da.
Ja.
Aktiv 75.
Hva skal til? 81. Gjerne vekk litt. Må over linja for å køle. 6. Må over linja for å køle.
So, Lena Nielsen facing 3 here.
Ja, ja. Kom igjen, bra. Nekk ut hvis dere klarer. Så har det ikke noen dobbelt. Kom igjen.
And looks like a steal of 2 for Latvia. So, big mistake.
Ja. 0.
And Latvia right back in it at 7-6.
05!
Yeah, nice to see Mette the near guard on the ice as well. Just Curly come on to replace Shanna Ellegard. Just for her to get some experience at this level.
Yeah, I think would have been making sure I was a few more points ahead before I changed things about.
Or maybe it was a forced substitution, Kenny, if we don't know that.
Ja, alltså den kommer få för mycket fart från.
Så är de lite.
Men ikke like aktiv. 6. Ok, 6. Men må kanskje gå på rett tid.
Sally Skarsmoen gave up a golden chance in the last end.
9.
Trying to come around the corner guard here.
Helt bak her da. Det er 10. 10.
Vi må bare ikke ødelegge dobbelt.
Plays a really nice draw this time.
Det gjør den nå.
Bra.
Ja.
Ja, men det ble litt sent da. Vi sa jo 10. Det ble 10.
Vart dåren öppna.
Så mycket ser man. Femtedel, lite.
Det är bra.
Jättebra.
90! Ja.
Det är bra.
So Maria Pritt's going to hit this open Yellowstone.
Ja! 90! Hårt!
Well, Super's going to need to go really hard on this one. Can't afford to move the red in the forefeet either.
Bra. Bra Maggan på den där.
Just a catalogue of errors.
Kör där. Vi ligger 2 så det
Gets
är
a
bra.
little fortunate.
Dödar ju TT'n där.
Bra Maria, inte det.
Nearly pushed that red over to freeze it. Corner freeze would have been a
Dödar verkligen bara.
jackpot result, but
Yeah, it's actually finished in quite a good spot for Sweden. Norway will have to move that one.
Vi har 3. Så jeg skal slå den der og rulle bak.
Warwick for Norway.
Siden da skal vi ligge 2 eller 3. Og så vi håper vi får en dobbelt
Facing
på siste.
Vi får ju nästan lägga dit en till så att vi har
2 Norwegian counters.
2 poäng.
2 Swedish counters, sorry.
Yeah, but a good hit and roll here, and there could be an opportunity to maybe even score 3 in this end. So that looked like she set that one quite a little bit. Currently 75% on 12 hits today.
And not a great result.
Da er vi vel
Henger I linja der. Ja.
Visserligen tror jag att den där ligger helt jämsides. Så jag vet fan vart vi ska
Slå
lägga
på
oss.
egen och...
Ja, det känns som enda risken att ge dem 2.
Okej, vad gör man?
So, if you're Sweden, what do you do here, Logan? Do you go after the yellow? Or do you just throw one right in on top?
Det är väl inget slag för 2 som det ligger. Känns som vi kan spela igenom.
I don't think there's any need to overcomplicate things here. They just need to put their stone in a position where it makes it as hard as possible for Norway to score now. So I don't think they want to throw anything on the center line necessarily, because it could end up setting up triple takeout to score 2. But I think just freezing.
Ja, då tycker jag vi lägger den här.
Yeah, up there is pretty good. It makes them play the cold draw. So
80, 75.
kind of somewhere around the top of the 8 foot in front of the center, to the left-hand side of the center line.
Yeah, don't want to be anywhere near the house at all.
Well, I think it's a lot of it's one of those situations where you can only help the opposition really. So as long as you don't put it in a position where it helps Norway, it doesn't really matter where it goes.
They need to be sweeping this one really hard, right through. Again, a mistake, but did error on the professional side.
En holder ikke. Du spiller ikke videre når du må stjele 3. Det dårlig gjort. Da får vi kjøre på prøvedommeren da. Ja. Da må jeg innifra da, for å få den nesten mulig. Ja. Vi prøver.
Den er ganske tjukk.
Well, looks like going after a double that I don't even think they're getting it.
It's definitely not there. I think. Don't even think it's just not there. It's definitely not there.
I think you'd almost need to perfectly jam it at a lot of weight to get even close to making this shot. So Nicholas Dean playing some spectacular double takeouts earlier on today. I don't even think he can pull this one off. Gonna look really stupid if Mariana pulls this one off now. Certainly not short of heat.
Vent! Nei. Vær med!
Like a million miles away from hitting where she wants to hit, but pretty sure she's gonna lose her back yellow. See, there we go. It wasn't there, and it's going to be a steal of 2. Steal of 2 reds for Sweden. And finally we have a result. It's been a long, hard-fought game. Sweden off to a flying start, and then pinned back by Norway to just a one-shot lead. But in the end, Sweden running out easy winners after 9 ends. They'll still stay in contention for the playoffs, now moving to 4 wins and 2 losses. And unfortunately for Norway, that will be 5 straight losses after an opening win against Italy. So final score, Sweden 13, Norway 6. So if you just bear with us, looks like we're moving the cameras over to sheet 8 to see the conclusion of Denmark-Latvia. Massive steal of 2 in the 9th end for Latvia, making it a 7-6 game coming home. And Latvia in a good position to steal here, really protecting that stone at the top of the forefoot for their lives. And a really fruitful spell in the middle of the game, Denmark, with 2s in the 4th, 5th and the 7th ends. But they have been clawed back since then by Latvia. Score of 1 in the 8th and then 2 in the 9th. And maybe looking good for a steal here in 10-2 to go into an extra end. Here is Evita Regja playing skip stones for Latvia.
Aiziet līnijai. Līnijai.
Stop! Līnijai, nē! Aiziet!
Jā.
Aiziet, aiziet, aiziet!
Jā. Jā.
Well, a little bit longer than I would have liked. And I wonder if Lena Nelson might decide this is her best chance to move that red stone. Doesn't need to move it really. She would still have the forefoot to draw as things stand, so maybe that might help her just to decide to peel the guard.
Lille squeeze mindre. Ja. Yep. Yep. Oh.
Lena Nelson just hacking this guard off. And does a good job not to jam on that wide yellow and give any coverage close to the centre line. So will be same guard again here for Regja. Vita Regja at 71% on draws. That's the stat that we were interested in here. Final stone is a guard. Just trying to stick one up on the centre line to protect that red stone.
Pašas beigas vajag. Aiziet.
Aiziet līnijai! Līnijai aiziet! Līnijai! Līnijai! Vēl līnijai! Aiziet!
Needs to get all the way to the centre line, come much deeper in this time. And how does that look? I would say not good enough, Kenny.
No, I think you can just about see all of the stone, and because they've got that yellow at the back of the 8 foot, you've got to think they'll just play the half stone pick.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't even need to score in this end with a one-shot lead, so just need to get the red one out of there, and that should be good enough to take this one down and for Denmark to secure their 3rd victory this week. Latvia would remain at 1 win and scrapping it out with Italy and Norway at 1 win and Germany on 2 wins. Czech Republic on 2 wins.
And it does enough. Picks the shot, and it will be a 1 to Denmark. And it's an 8-6 win for Lena Nielsen. And a superb performance by them.
So that concludes the 6th draw of the Women's Gruyère 2013 European Curling Championships here at the SWE-NOR Arena in Stavanger, Norway. Denmark there just moving to 3 wins while keeping Latvia rooted on 1 win.
Jeg synes, det kan godt være, du siger det, men den afhænger.
And our featured game was between Sweden and Norway. Second half, 6th end here. Marianne Rørvik played a super shot with her last stone in the end. Just coming down a quiet way, flicking off this red stone. And lying to at the top of the button. Super shot by Marianne Rørvik. And that would force the error. Bit of a suspect call here, we felt. Didn't really play the scoreboard, could have just given up 1 quite easily. Went all out for the score and conceded 2 and brought Norway right back into the game. Just 1 shot in it. Then Marianne Rørvik, they had their opportunities in this 8th end to get a multiple score on the board. They gave it up and then missed a straightforward shot for 1. Gave up a steal of 2 and that really killed the game for Norway. Then in the 9th end, enough's enough. A great effort at a double takeout, but probably wasn't even there. Sweden defeating Norway by 13 shots to 6. So this is how the standings look now. Scotland and Switzerland still perfect on 6 wins out of 6. Russia and Sweden there for the other playoff spots on 4 and 2. Denmark 3 and 3, Czech Republic 2 and 4, and Latvia, Italy and Norway all scrapping it out for a spot in next year's championship and also the World Championships in St. John's, New Brunswick in March.
Margareta, a 13-6 win. How do you feel after that?
Really good. We had a good game. We had a few ends that we struggled a little bit, and Norway played really perfect. So, but it was a really good game.
Ends 5 and 6. You lost a 3, then a 2. Can you tell us what went wrong?
We missed a few shots in those ends, and Marianne made very important shots. So, yeah.
Scotland up next. Can you tell us about the rivalry between yourself and Eve Muirhead?
Well, we are 2 of the best teams, so of course it's a little bit of rivalry, but it's always fun games when we play them, and I think we have a little bit 50-50% of winning and losing those games, so it will be fun.
Okay, thanks Maria, and best of luck.
There's the scoreboard, a 13-6 victory for Sweden here in draw 6. And still in contention for the playoff spots on 4 wins. But that's it from myself, Logan Gray and Kenny Edwards here at the SWE-NOR Arena in Stavanger. Join us for more coverage this evening. Thanks for watching.